Well, good morning. Wow, controversy last night. I think I answered about 40, 45 emails last night regarding yesterday's or last night's rather heated message. It's funny because what happens is when you tap into a subject that is profound, that is dear to you, because of what you see within your clients' lack of belief in themselves. And when it comes to a point where you see clients actually literally breaking down in tears, for me, it's a point where I want to share something that has true meaning in the sense of wanting you to take your own power back, not to try and mock anybody, not to try and hurt anybody, not to try and dispel anything. Look, there isn't nobody more. I think I'm probably one of the most strongest warriors when it comes to the spirit world. I will stand my ground in the most powerful way of truth and say there are such things as angels, there are such things as spirit guides, there are such things as all of these beautiful things. I never said that in the video. If you listen, all I was trying to explain to everybody was that we take on board a something more than what it actually is and what it means. We tend to put our focus on this or that, meaning that that is more powerful than you. And all I was saying is don't do that, because that's not what the spirit world wants of you. The spirit world doesn't want you to look up to them. They don't want you to call them all the time because of things. They want you to be your light. They spend every day working around you, helping you become the amazing you. So all I was trying to say, if you watch that video, is be you, and don't look upon a cross or an archangel to be able to be that what you think you need to be, which you already are. You are everything that you need to be. I had many messages saying to me last night, oh, you know, Mark, you say this, you said that, but what about all what you do? All what I do, the work that I do, my main work is crystals, is to put good energy into crystals. So when you hold it, you feel that energy of love, of all of what I've done when people have sat down having a healing work, all the energy that pours through. So you feel that, which then triggers something within you to become the strength in you. Does that make sense? You know, the other day, I was sat with a dear friend of mine, Mel, and we were at a cafe, and how strange things are, two people walked in and I went, hi, and I gave this lady a big hug, and I gave her daughter a big hug, and I said to Mel, these two beautiful souls here, I haven't seen them for so long, were in my book, Diary of an Accidental Psychic. And the mother was there, and she was the one where, when I was giving a healing session, 3 orbs of light appeared. Angels, whatever you want to call them, okay? And she was sat down in the seat, and her head was down, but her hand was pointing at the orbs, okay? Did you hear what I just said? I witnessed something so profound that I wrote about it in my book. And when this beautiful soul came out of the state that she was in, she had no idea what I'd seen. And her daughter was lying there. She had no idea, but she did say something. Mark, what was really strange, as soon as you started the healing work, your head went down. My head went down, and I found my hand lifting above my head. What she didn't realize is a hand was pointing at the orbs to give me confirmation to look. And I was in awe. It was the most profound moment of my life. From a child, I spent many, many, many years waking up terrified because I knew somebody was at the bottom of my bed, a spirit. Now, at the same time as this happening, of this beautiful lady and her daughter coming and sitting down, a lady walks through the door with a little baby and a husband. And I turned and I waved, and me and Mel went over to say hello to the baby. And this lady began to tell Mel, "Do you realise how special this baby is?" And Mel said no. She says, "You know that I was at one of Mark's last retreats, and when I was there, I don't want to go into too much detail, but suffice to say, she explained that she had tried for many times having a baby, IVF, the doctor said it would never work, blah, blah, blah. And she said, Mark told me certain things that I would have a child. And I cried. And one of Mark's cards, the first card I picked up, which was underneath my seat, which I normally leave underneath their seats, said, new life. She still keeps that card today, and she says, here's the miracle baby. Now, I'm telling you this because I want you to know there is nobody out there who believes in miracles, who knows the power of spirit more than me because of what I've seen and been through. So when you point a finger at me saying, how can you say, don't believe in angels? I didn't say that. I said respect what you do and what you say, and put yourself above all, above everything in this world. Because the spirit world works alongside you to be that very person that you are here to be. Not to believe in a cross or a parking angel. I am just saying that all of these things are nice, but they should not be the catalyst for your living and spiritual growth. That's all I was saying. I think you are amazing, and if you hold a cross and it makes you feel strong, that's fine. But when you then start to believe in that cross more than you, that's where we've got it wrong. When you believe in Archangel Michael more than you, that's where you've got it wrong. Do you think Archangel Michael wants you to believe in him more than you? Really? I ask you this question. If anybody believed in themselves, believed in you more than themselves, would that make you happy? Would you think that was right? If there is somebody called Jesus, do you think he wants you to bow down to him? Do you honestly feel that a parking angel is necessary, and that the colour of purple, is that what will protect you? Or is the colour of purple something that helps you become that power that you are? That's all I was trying to say. I was trying to put it into a perspective of never allow the things that you look at as more important as you. They are only merely triggers to awaken your power, your inner gift. That's all I was saying, guys. I love you all, and I think you're amazing, and I am not trying to stop you believing in Archangel Michael. Of course all of these angels exist. Of course orbs are there. Of course the spirit world's there. I have never said otherwise. I have just said that there are certain people who work towards sharing messages and writing books that say to you that if you don't do this, you are not protected. And I am saying these are just tips and hints that may help you become the strength and power that you are. Ultimately, the cross is not the power. When you hold a cross and say, I am protected, it is just a piece of metal. But it is your belief in that cross that triggers something within you that brings power in you. Does this make sense? When you hold my crystal and you feel that love and that power, you become the love and the power. You are the power, not the crystal. The crystal is only there as as a memory for you to realize how amazing you are. The crystal is there to remind you that you are your power. I think that's all I was saying, guys. I was passionate last night because of what I've seen and what upsets me so much, that we halt our journey in the belief system that all of these things are that what makes us stronger. And all I'm saying is they're not. You are the stronger. You are the power. You are the ultimate light. You can create anything that you want. These little things that are given to you are only hints and reminders to try and awaken you. Just here, try this, or give that a go. Try that light, try this angel, try that. These are only things to try and help you one day realize, actually, I am the light. I am the power. So don't write messages to me saying that I have changed and I'm a non-believer and I am this and that. I'm not. I am today. Do you know what? If I found out I had a disease and I was only here for another 2 weeks, I would be filled with joy in the sense that I know I'm going home. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because when I go home, I know I'm going back to a world which is my home, where everything is beautiful. How many people can say that? Of course, I'd leave behind my children, and that would hurt very much. But deep inside, I know I'm going home. Why is that? Because I know it exists more than anything. So, I love you all. And that message yesterday was only to awaken you to your power, and ultimately the only person that can ever be the power and the strength is you. And when you give yourself up to an image on the wall, these images, they're beautiful, but they don't make me who I am. I am who I am. I like these images because they make me feel good. Oh, Jesus, beautiful energy. The Buddha, beautiful energy. But do you think I bow to them? Do you think I use them as my ultimate power source? No, they're a reminder how one person was who lived in this world that became ultimately the power that they were. And that's what you need to do, and that's what I need to do, and there's nothing selfish about that. These things are reminders to help us realize that we can achieve all what they achieved. Not that we have to bow to them. Not that we have to say that they are the masters and we can't be. You are your guru. You are your master. That's what they're saying. And I believe with my hand on my heart, all the things that people talk about, the Buddha and Jesus, I'm sure they're in the spirit world saying, that's not what I meant. That's not what I came down here to do. I came here to tell you that you are your ultimate you. That's all I was saying, guys. Look, I love you all. Again, I'm sorry if I've upset you. I really am. I didn't mean to shake anybody's foundations. That's not what I'm here to do. My work is to help you become who you are. What I share with you is what I was when I was 13 years ago. I was weak. I didn't believe in anything. I felt that life was a waste of time. I was chasing my tail. I didn't believe in anything. Now, I'm sharing all that you can be, that I am today. And I'm saying that this happened because I believed in me. I let go of gurus. I stopped following people. I stopped wanting to be like anybody. And I realized that when you do that, you become the ultimate you. And that is every day, day in, day out. If you look at my videos, I have done nothing but share that with you and try and help you become and overcome weaknesses or other people's fears or other people's selling techniques, so you become like a follower. And I have never told you to follow me, ever. I've said, walk by my side. Side by side, we are equal, and that is what we need to be. We are born equal. There is nobody more powerful than you, and there is nobody more powerful than me, and I am not more powerful than anybody else, and neither are you. We are born equal. That is what I've been trying to tell you. And I love you, and I think you're amazing. And when you realize that, then you become the ultimate protection and that power. And that's all I want. Another babbling afternoon, another babbling morning, and I love you all. I'm sorry once again if I offended you and upset you. I hope I've clarified it a little bit. If not, I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm going to keep going and keep sharing certain things with you day in, day out. And there is one thing I want to leave you on. The day that we stop listening to each other, and the day that we do not allow each other to have our own thoughts and feelings that don't just fit into our box, and we run away from that, is the day that we've lost. We grow every day. There is no wrong or right. What I feel today may be something that I feel next week, and then the week after I'll feel something different. I am allowed to change my thoughts and feelings depending on how I grow. So are you. So your thoughts about me, if I'm wrong, are fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And you are entitled, out of your own power, to believe what you want. You should not feel bad if I have said something and it shook your foundations. You should not feel angry, okay? You should feel, this is how I feel and that's it. And I say, good for you. You feel exactly what you want. But then again, you can share what you want with me and tell me what you want, and I will say to you, beautiful, that's what you feel, I'm happy for you, and that's your journey, that's your truth. But you should never, ever fight with people when somebody shakes your foundations. You should just say, that's interesting. Wow. Now, the reaction I got from my video yesterday was extremely negative from many people, and they've gone. Now, how can you spiritually grow if you run away from somebody who has an experience and wants to share that experience because it doesn't fit into your box? I sit with people every day, scientists. I have coffee every morning with a doctor. Come on. I am willing to listen because I am open. That's the whole point of spirituality. Because if not, then you're just like any religion, any politician who is blocked and only serves one master. I serve no master. I am open and I receive everything and I digest, and what feels right to me is right. That's it. No more, no less. Which means that I am always open to understanding, feeling, accepting. What I decide what feels right is ultimately who I am at that given moment, and that's what I want you to be. So if I cause controversy in your world, it's okay. Let your foundations be shook. If you're truly a true believer in what you feel, why should your foundations be shook? You know your truth. Why does it hurt you? It shouldn't hurt you. If you know something's real, if something's happened, if you cut your hand and you're bleeding and somebody said, no, you're not bleeding. You say, yeah, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. It's bleeding. No, you're not. You'll continue to say, yes, I am. Why? Because you're bleeding. So why should it be any different with what your belief system is if you truly, truly know it is real? Or is it just something that you read and you feel it feels right? So all I'm saying is that everything I've ever done and shared with you is like being cut across the hand. I have experienced it firsthand. That's why I can stand here with conviction and truth. But it does not mean that my foundation will stay the same, because something else might happen in my life. And then I think, wow, that's happened. And then all of a sudden, something changes about how I feel. This is called life. Right, I've babbled on too long. Love you all. Have a great day, guys. Catch this. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.